today I'm planning to finish up this little building here because I've now got some obsidian courtesy of my bartering farm. Hopefully I've got enough. I haven't actually counted, so if I don't have enough I might have to have a impromptu visit to my bartering farm to get some more. Can't reach that. And I didn't bring any temporary blocks because why would I do that? There we go. So I'm building out these 4 nether portals just because I think it will look cool. But I'm hoping that they will all connect to the same portal inside the nether, because otherwise that might be a bit unfortunate. Hello! How are you doing today? Crunch. Got loads of obsidian, no need to worry. So that bit was fairly quick, and I'm just going to go through and check that they all do end up on the nether roof. I'm also not sure where I'm... Yep, it's number 1 sorted. I'm not sure what side I'm going to pop out, and I don't know if it... Oh, that's useful actually. That's right by my base entrance. Oh, okay, that's step 1 done. Now I want to replace all of this grass with the sort of mud and stuff that I've done over there, along with some various types of flowers. And I want to put some sort of design up at the top as well, just to balance that out. We'll see, maybe it won't take very long and I'll have to think of something else to do. Right, first up I can put my spare obsidian away, because I took some out of this chest thinking maybe I wouldn't have enough. 1,000 ideas running through. Is that like life ideas or Minecraft ideas? Any specific types there? Right, I wanted some soul soil. Well, actually I need more than that because I'm going to be doing the ground both. It's good to have ideas. But yeah, sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming if you've got too many of them knocking around in your head. I'm a big fan of writing stuff down when I have ideas, so that I don't forget things, and also then I can start making lists of what I want to prioritise. Start making plans. I do love a plan. Okay, so I'm going to knock these ones out, because the idea was never to have normal coloured fire when I can have blue fire instead. Get burnt. Oh, ooh, what sort of project is that? Presumably not a Minecraft one if it's physical. Ouch. That actually made me jump. Wasn't Ow! I mean, I should have seen that coming, considering that I burnt and then didn't move. Right. Yeah, I do like the way the blue flames look with the tuff. That's a good change. I also want to make these into soul lanterns. So I'm just going to see how many I put around. 1, 2, 3, I think. Yeah. So I want to do some tuff at the top, and then maybe have some more soul lanterns hanging off of that, whatever that looks like. Oh, cool. I look forward to seeing it. What am I doing? Looking for tough. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, in my usual fashion, I haven't planned any of this out, but I have a vague idea of maybe something I could do. Do I have any torches? I don't know where all my torches went. Spammed them away. Oh, I do have soul torches. Okay. I need a couple more. Can I actually... Can I make soul torches from actual torches? I don't think I can. I think I have to... No. Okay. It has to be crafted with the soul sand in there. Or soul soil. No, that's fair enough. I am... I have a project, a cross-stitch project that I've been working on since I was about 18 years old. And it's a big project, but still you'd think like 24 years would be long enough to finish a project. You know, sometimes things just take a little time. Okay. How many of these did I need? So I needed 3 for the bottom and then 4 for the top, which is 7. I guess it doesn't hurt to make extra, and I will need those iron nuggets, but as usual, I'm running low on inventory space. It is an old project. Yeah. It's just like one of those... Oh, it makes 4 anyway. You know, one of those I'll get around to it at some point, and then some point never comes. But maybe one day it'll be finished. I've made progress on it. Okay, let's just throw those out because I've got no inventory space. Throw that out too. Throw everything on the floor, making a mess. It's my house, I do what I like. Okay, so I need some chains for hanging those off of. I can get rid of that nether rack, I don't need that at the moment. So yeah, hopefully your project won't take 24 years. Whoops, nighttime. And sleep. I fixed this up. Don't know if you noticed. Probably not, because I haven't been down here. Yeah, I thought I'd give that a little bit more texturing. I don't know if that's too green there. We'll see. Also, I'm looking forward to whenever I upgrade and I can get the oxidized lightning rod to go in there. That'd be good. Little things that bring me joy. Okay, let's swap some lanterns out, which I can't pick up because my inventory is full, is it? No, I cleared a couple of bits out. Okay. Try not to have things be too symmetrical. Also, I need to, yeah, I need to move those dogs around at some point. Okay, now I have to get up to the roof. And I've got a plan for something. Ooh. I'll talk about my plan and then I'll ask you about your plan. I've got a plan for something to go inside of there, but I haven't finalised it yet. So that's not going to be quite ready. Yep, I can do this. So I want to do something that sort of mirrors down there, but opposite, if that makes sense. Although actually it's not going to be opposite because the stairs are still going to be upside down. I don't know if I should... Well, if I do it on that block, then it's going to completely block off my crying obsidian. So I might have to do it off of here and go up a layer. Maybe. Yeah, let's just try some stuff out. My scaffolding is now completely... I'll talk completely useless. There we go. What would be really handy right now is a Happy Ghast, because then I could go back and have a look at how it's looking from a distance without having to hop onto the floor and climb back up again, which is what I'm going to have to do now. And I didn't bring nearly enough stairs with me, so I'm going to have to fill these in with the messy tough blocks. Oops, not like that. Okay, so I'm gonna drop down. I guess I can build up. That doesn't work. Does it? No. No, it doesn't work, but I do like doing science. Okay, that seems a little big. I need a stone cutter. What's the... I mean... Generally, the top of the lighthouse would have a light on it, but I'm assuming you are thinking of something extra to do there. So yeah, what's your idea for the top of my lighthouse? Oops. And that all the way over there. Okay. Right, a wall and a chain and a light. Well. Maybe. I'm worried with how far it's sticking out. Yeah. I don't know if I take all the stairs off, if it's just gonna look weird. Also, while I'm destroying stuff up above that, I might just, you know, get rid of the fire. In case I drop blocks down there and they just disappear. So yeah, let's rip this out. This would be so much easier to do in creative. But not nearly as much fun. I think if I do it like that, then this is going to be too kind of abrupt. I have heard that word. I don't know how it's pronounced. Geodesic? Geodesic. I have heard the word in Dyson Sphere program, which is actually what I'm planning to play maybe this Wednesday, potentially, but definitely soon. So I know it's some sort of shape. Maybe it's some sort of shape. It's one of the options when you build the Dyson Sphere in Dyson Sphere program, as like a design for what your mesh looks like. Oops. Oh my god, I'm just littering everywhere. Hello, kitty cat. I didn't get impaled by the bamboo. Yeah. It's it's just like a bit, I don't know. Yeah, it is a bit abrupt if I do it that way. Well, yeah, I don't know. I like the fence. I like the wall and the chain and the the hanging lantern. That's nice. Only I had a grey trapdoor. That would work to give it a little bit of bulk without being too much. But I don't have a grey trapdoor. I think even if I had pale wood, that would be too light. Can I angle that way? Does that work? Yeah. Okay. And I've immediately forgotten how I did that. That way? Yeah. So I'm thinking I can do tough. I can't make this a geodesic dome, and I can't make the top of my lighthouse a geodesic dome unless I know what that is. I mean, I guess the benefit of having slabs up here is it makes it less likely that mobs are going to spawn on top of it. Okay, let's... What I'd really like is some scaffolding that goes across so that I can actually use it. I think that maybe would work, but then I can't actually get upstairs. Okay. The trials of attempting to build high up. Get rid of this scaffolding so I can get a better look. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that. Dome has taken... Where did the idea of the dome originate? What spurred the dome idea? How do you even... I'm gonna have to Google this term in a minute. Because I like have a vague idea of what it refers to, but that doesn't help me picture it. And the second question is this something that's, oh, like a little bubble? But yeah, there's definitely something about how the segments are arranged. And I'm not sure how you're planning to do that in Minecraft. Triangular elements, yeah. Minecraft doesn't really do triangles that well. Or at least not in my experience. And it's nighttime. What do I do about the top? Yeah, that's going to be too boxy as it currently is. And that's just plain not going to work. And I think I maybe do want something that sort of comes halfway down the top of the portal. Because this is sort of cut off halfway, so it would balance it out if that was cut off halfway as well. Ooh. Problem with how I've built my base is that... Oh, I tell a lie. I can't place scaffolding here, but I can actually place scaffolding on the pathway. Which begs the question... Have I got my light levels right? So, no. This is where... So, occasionally I brought villagers along here and then not done anything with them. And then, like, they'll just end up turned into zombies and dying. And it's probably because I've got these spots here which aren't actually lit up. And of course I used all of my torches making lanterns. Maybe actually it's because I've changed those to the blue fire, which doesn't have the same light level. Yeah, that might be it. So my villagers probably got attacked from something coming from further away. That's a possibility. Right, anyway. Back to failing to build the top of my portal. Yeah, they are very like satisfying to look at, those sorts of dome structures. But yeah, I think it would... I mean, it would be tricky to do in Minecraft on a small scale, I think is part of the problem. And my lighthouse is not very big in the grand scheme of Minecraft builds. I wish you could use frying obsidian to make the actual portal frame, because it looks so cool. And you can't really use it very well. Okay, so let's do some stairs. I'm back on the poking a corner out of this place. That's where I'm at the moment, seeing if it works. I guess I could try it with just a crosshair rather than filling it all round. I'm pretty sure they've got different light levels. We could go and do some science. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think people... I mean, it might be different on Bedrock as well compared to Java, but I'm fairly certain on Java they've got different light levels. Because people use them for mood lighting. Right. I'm gonna plunk down this stair. And then my wall and my lantern, and then go and do some science with the lanterns that I've got in my inventory. There's my wall. Can I reach that? Yes, just about. There we go. Okay. It needs something. Maybe I'll try half slabs in these little corners, because I think the full stair is too bulky. Anyway, first we must do science, which means I need some ground, flat ground, which isn't already lit up. Well, that would make sense. I only know about Java mostly, unless it's some thing that's been brought up about Bedrock previously. Okay. My light levels. So we go out here. How am I going to mark it? So that light reaches the scaffolding from this block. And the red light reaches all the way over here. Oops, and I just threw my pickaxe away. Which wasn't the plan. At least I noticed and it wasn't left to despawn. I really should do something with that skeleton sat in there. The fire itself, okay. I need to go and get a flint and steel. And some netherrack, because I need the fire to burn for long enough to test these theories. Yep, the fire itself could have a different behaviour. And yeah, the blue fire definitely does more damage, which is why it's good to use it in farms if that's how you're killing mobs. I guess I could test from this wall. That would work, wouldn't it? Okay, so we've got red fire. Goes out to there. And then I can't light muddy mangrove roots on fire. I can light that on fire, and this reaches only here. So it looks like it's 9 for the blue fire and then 15 for the red fire. Science is making me hungry. It happens to the best of us. Happens to me fairly often. I can't remember what the last stupid Minecraft thing I said was, but it's got to have been recently. Okay. Let's try this. And then build out a long ways for a little bit as well. Okay, I'm liking that better than when I had all stairs around it. I think this has potential. I probably want to put something up on the top of it, just so that it's not that like flat cut off. But I think this could work as a design, maybe? Yes, that would be cool. I will try and get a design for the lighthouse going. Yeah, that definitely needs a bit more height on there. But I like the little, like the little plus sign, for want of a better word. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna repeat that, and then, yeah, build it up, give it a little bit more height. And hope that it looks good. But I do actually need some more blocks, just while I start building. The problem, once I've done this and once I've designed all this stuff, is I'm totally going to lose my button. So despite the fact that outside my base looks very different depending on what way you're facing, it's me, so I'm just going to look at the stairs and walk down and go, why is my button not there? And it'll be because it's not the right set of stairs. Yeah, that's my plan. I just need some more blocks, and I might actually potentially need to go tuff mining, because that's all the normal tuff that I've got, and I don't know how many variants, if I've got the right number of variants to turn into stairs. Don't even know how many stairs I need. As usual, I'm not counting things. I'm just randomly doing stuff. Yeah, need some of those. No. Okay, that's weird. You can turn polished tuff into tough bricks. I did not realise that. And then I've got some of the normal tuff, and I'm not missing a variety of tuff. Okay. So them's my options. When's the next video coming out? When I finish editing it. Oops, it's nighttime. But it is, I've got all my footage recorded. All my footage has voiceover. I need to chop it up and then release it, obviously. So I would not like to hazard a guess for when that will be done, but I will attempt to have it done by this weekend, but I don't know. Um, I've gone silent, but I want to watch the piglin. Haha, you've fallen for my trap. Anyway, it makes me very happy that that works. Okay, I also just remember that I do have like some sort of pattern with the decay effect down here, so I might tear some of this out and replace it with the like normal fire. Please don't fall in the fire. With this normal tough stuff, so that it looks a little bit weathered on this side. Bye. Oh, good. I'm still not in the fire. Yeah, they're easily. I say they're easily distracted by shiny things, but so am I. The amount of times that I've fallen to my death in this series, I can't really. I mean, I can make fun of them, but I shouldn't make fun of them. Okay, yeah, a little bit of weather. I might just put in that spot as well. Yeah, a little bit of weathering on that side, and then most of the rest will be either brick or polished, depending on how I'm feeling. Maybe with 1 or 2 bits of this kind of mashed in. Very technical term there. So that one's a stair, this one is not a stair. Everything's burning. It's very noisy in my base. Because you've got the nether portals going, you've got the fire burning, you've got the lava downstairs. But this is my starter base, so at some point within the next 24 years, I will build myself a proper base. Okay, so I want those to be stairs, and then we fill in the gaps with slabs and hope that it looks good. Seems like a plan to me. So I was thinking for the lighthouse, because it's again quite a small space, instead of having a light that kind of circles around, I might just have one that does like opposite sides. It'll do like east and west, and then it will do north and south, and hopefully if it's like pulsing, it will sort of give the impression that it might be going around. I don't know. Oh, okay, this is lit up. Presumably because of the nether portal underneath it. I was a bit worried about that, because I don't want I don't want to come home or like come outside after a late night building in my base and then like a creeper just wanders off and blows everything to bits, as they do tend to do. I did nothing wrong. The creepers are just mean to me. Right, I think I... Ooh, that was close. I think I put that the wrong way around. It needs to go like that so you can still see the obsidian. So I'm going to drop down and pick my blocks up. And also check that I've done it right. Yes, I have. Cool. So yeah, there's just like a tiny corner of crying obsidian visible now. Right, nothing that side. This side? Yes. The next question is, do I have any walls? No. And can I reach that? Yes. Okay. 50% success. But of course I don't have any room. Right, let's just get rid of this mud stuff because I'm not using that at the moment. That is not the right chest, but I'll pick it up in a minute. And with those as well. And that. Or I'll forget all about it and it will stay there forever. Okay. I'm just thinking, the brain is buffering, don't mind me. And then do the ones. Okay. Oh, okay, I do have to be up there next to the fire to do this. That's fine. Definitely not gonna jump in it and burn. It only does 1 tick of damage anyway with my armor, so that's cool. Right. Have a look at the base from the front. Yes. Definitely need some height on here. Could maybe do either walls to bring it up a bit or some stairs to like tear it out. It looks slightly like ears at the moment, which is not what I was really going for. I wonder if I should maybe put some copper up there. How about that? I know the rest of it is tough. I don't know if I want, but I've got copper elsewhere in my base and there's copper downstairs. Maybe I could mix like a line of copper in there, potentially. I don't know. I'll see how I feel later. Right, that's another slab there, and then we're on to the stairs again. And I still don't know how to do texturing. So I just plonk stuff down and hope for the best. Problem is doing it without making too much of a pattern out of it. I don't want it to look like it's, you know, I do 3 of these blocks and then I do 1 of those blocks and it's all very kind of rigid. I do work a lot better with actual set patterns rather than just freestyling things. Let's put some of these out. I might actually have the right number of blocks, which is impressive for me. Well, I'm a bit short on these ones, so maybe we just don't use many of those on the return journey across there. Oh, no, we've got loads of blocks. Loads and loads. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That was a stair, that wasn't even a slab. That would look terrible. Swirly block, yeah, curly whirlies. I like those ones. You can't really see it though, because I'm covering it up with a wall. Which is a bit of a shame, but you still get some sort of texture out of it. I think there we go. Okay, so next I think I'm going to tackle the ground because I actually have an idea. Excuse me, have an idea of what I want to do with that, unlike the top of the base. Okay, it's a little strange how that stair blends in with the brick, but chances are I'm not going to look up there anyway, so what does it really matter? Yeah, I'm not loving that. That there. It doesn't blend well enough. So I should just go and switch that out for something different. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think epic might be a slight overstatement, but it looks alright. Yeah, what do you think about copper? Maybe some copper grates? Also, if you don't object to spoilers, then I can show you what I got in the upcoming episode. Is that... Oh no, it's a torch. I thought there was something on fire over there. If I just walk through here, you'll notice that my grates are somewhat different now. I do have options for things to put on top of my portal there. A bit of light and colour. Or I could do the grates with like tuff behind it, so that it's muted, but you still get a little something. Or I could do trapdoors. Anyway. Or I could do what I said I was going to do and sort the ground out. And then think about this later. Okay. And I need all of my dirt type block. Well, more mud type blocks really. I'm not using any actual dirt in there. And then get rid of the chains for now, get rid of that for now. Although I am probably going to want some more candles if I have enough dye. Again, my usual refrain, at some point I will make a dye farm. Where you going, buddy? Trying to get that dirt leg. Oh no, you fell. Anyway. Yes, I will forever taunt those. Even though that it's just their AI, they can't help it. I will still mock them for it. Okay, there was something with... I think it was the muddy mangrove roots where it kind of looks weird if you just place it like that. It's got a... yeah, directionality. So if you place it down onto something, you get this. And if you place it on the side, you get the stripy bits, which I didn't overly appreciate. Right, that needs to be... oh, good. I picked solid block to put my button on. Yep. Well, it's better than them going and attacking the alley door for no reason. Like, oh, what shall we do today? Let's go and save the alleys from imprisonment. No, that's not allowed. The alleys must stay until they get given jobs. Goodbye. Yeah, I was gonna put some... okay. Yeah, I'm just checking what's below there. Because I'm gonna fill this with water and I'm hoping it's gonna be contained. Because I was quite surprised in Bedrock. That's not the case. If you put water in leaves, it just flows out. And I don't know if that's a Bedrock thing or if that's a version difference. So I guess that'll be a fun thing to find out when I upgrade my world, is whether that gets flooded. And the water, of course, serves no purpose. It's just decorational. But I thought it would look quite nice. Mix in some of the soul-y stuff. Again, with the random texturing. I don't know how these people who are actually good at it manage it. Okay. Drop down here and pick up some things. I don't really care about the dirt, although, again, I will be using that for a farm soon. Okay. I do that and then I can put a muddy mangrove root there. And I did learn that we can make the muddy mangrove roots out of, you guessed it, mud and mangrove roots. So I don't need to ration them. What do we want there? One of them, I think. Okay, got a nice barrenish wasteland. Great, that isn't working, as usual. Okay, so this one I want to do a mix of the green and the orange, and I don't actually know if I have any orange flowers because I haven't found a flower meadow. Oops, there's a door there. And I don't think I have any. I might not even have one in my world. Easiest way to do it is just to do it. I'm trying. But yeah, I guess the more you do it, you get an eye for what works and what doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, I think the closest I've got is yellow flowers, and I don't have that many even. There aren't any green flowers either, are there? What's green? I mean, the bamboo is quite green. I did like the bamboo. That I did. We can have some bamboo. At some point, I'll get orange flowers. And I can also make some candles and dye them with my orange and all of my orange dye. Yeah, that I've got so much of. It also bugs me that you need one dye per candle. Okay, I forgot that this will make 2 of them, so I don't actually need to spam that much. And then we did discover that I can make lime dye out of green and white. So that's something. Rather than having to grow sea pickles. Okay, 10 of them. Oops. I did too many. I wasn't planning to turn all those dandelions into dye, but never mind, it's done now. At least I've got plenty left. Dang, why can't I use my inventory? Yeah. Come along. Work. Yeah, I guess. It is very impressive, like, the variety of blocks that people use and, like, how they use the blocks. I think I am quite, wonder if that could work. Might look weird. Let's try it. Yeah, I am quite a straightforward person. Like, I can think outside the box, but that tends to be in finding loopholes for things that people have asked me to do. So it's like, oh, you haven't specifically told me that I can't do it like that, so I'm going to do it in a way you didn't expect me to. But when it comes to, like, this is a thing and it has a particular use, I do tend to be a bit more narrow focused. Oh my god, what is wrong with my throat? Yay! I do like candles. Right, I need to go and pick up my thingy. What do you call it? Not that you know, because it's in my head and I need to say it. Okay, let's... more bamboo for the lime. I need to pick up the flint and steel. And more string. What? Oh yeah. Why do I have a load of yellow dye? Oh, maybe because I turned all my flowers into yellow dye accidentally. my wheat farm broke in quite an interesting way as well, which you'll probably see in my video. Okay, got that. I don't want like massive tall bamboo here. Just a little. Did I pick up the flint and steel? No, I didn't. I just wandered in and then did nothing. That's not going to connect, which is good. So yeah, I was thinking maybe I could do some weird little... like that. To get some height at the back. Because I've used the 2 high flowers over here. But I don't have that option. Oh, bamboo won't look bad either. Yeah, I don't want it to get too tall. I might let this one go to 4 high. Really, like, push the boat out on that one. Okay. And then, yeah, I want to... Oh. I always forget with candles. Yes, so it's always going to be this way around, I think, no matter what way I start, it's always going to have the tall ones this side. Okay. Go inside, have a kit, actually grab my flint and steel. That's my plan. I'm saying it because I've got a mind like a goldfish. There we go. Flint and steel acquired. No, I decided to do the ground first because I have an idea of what to do with that. So I've not forgotten. I'm just, you know, just letting my brain think about things. Maybe come up with some ideas. I don't really want this. Use my words. I was thinking of doing an orange one here, but I guess that would kind of clash with that. Or blend in too much with that. So I might just stick some of the lime candles around and then call it good. Well, put some flowers around too. Just do that, and then I can have 3 over this side. Oops, that is not what was intended. I don't need any fire down here. Yeah, this is looking a bit sparse. Well, I guess I could put some like grass, and when I get the little bushes, I could put the little bushes down here to bring some more green in. Because yeah, at the moment that's looking a little bit sad compared to this, which still doesn't have a whole lot going on, but I think because it's all like different heights, it looks a bit more filled in than this one. I should put Hopper down there for like the slowest gold farm ever. Bye. Sometimes you need to do your texturing with fire. That's just how it goes. Okay, I will add in... Oh! Okay, so this is like my... No, that's not my... I do have a... So on the turquoise side, I'm going to mix in some of the nether stuff. Like the warped... what do you call it? Vines and sprouts stuff. Because I think that'll look nice. Right, so I've got kind of sparse over there. I'm not sure what colour I think the grass might not be a very vibrant green over this side either. I wonder if I could plant sugarcane on mud. I've got ferns too, but again, I feel like they might be a bit the wrong colour. I was going to put glass away. I might see if there's somewhere on the other side that I can squeeze in a bit of green glass. I mean, I could put it there with the purple candle on the top, just to, you know, oops, go completely crazy. Don't set the campfire. Good. And then I can put those down there. Okay. Right. Can I plant this on? I can. Okay. And can I put string on it to stop it growing higher? Yes. Okay. Cool. So that can give. Oops, that string. So I can't plant the sugarcane there because it doesn't have water. I don't think no, I can't plant it on that. Can't plant it on that. Okay, so I could do another one here, but I think that's going to be kind of a bit too tall. Could put another there, maybe. We're just trying stuff out, seeing if we like it. And if we don't, we can tear it down and start again. That's too big. It's too big to go at the front. There we go. Like in school photos when they get you to line up in height order. Oh, wow. No. You've grown too tall. Too much. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Bamboo is not allowed to take over my base. There we go. What is my base becoming? I don't know. This part of the base, here is the lore. This part of the base is like some monument that I found when I got to this world. Whether this stuff growing at the bottom was there or not, I don't know. Maybe I planted it. Maybe I came along and was like, I need some bamboo and sugarcane. So I'm going to plant it at the base of this ruin where I've set up my home. That's what this is. But mostly it's just me messing around because I think maybe it'll look fun. This is very empty. Why is that so empty? Does it need some sugar cane? Is the question. It could do. It could have some sugar cane. I was going to say, is that going to be a problem? Because it's got blue concrete underneath, but I'm about to fill it with water. So the answer is no, because you won't be able to see it anyway. Ah. Okay, I don't want to like, copy the pattern of 2 sugarcane all the time, but yeah, stick that in there. Deep lore, yeah, full of deep lore here. That's what I'm all about. I get annoyed with video games that have too long cutscenes in them because I'm like, I just want to play the game. I don't care. Just give me a quest, point me in a direction, give me something to kill or collect, and I'll be quite happy. I don't need any of your thought out reasons for doing things. Oops. Nope. Okay. Right, let's try a fern. Okay, which I can't plant on there. I can plant on there. Yeah, it's not really... I want a more vibrant green here. I have no idea what I can harvest a fern with. That might be dead forever. I'm assuming I can't harvest it with a silk touch pick. I'm gonna give the Silk Touch Hoe a try, but I don't think that's gonna work either. Oh yeah, look at this. Look what I got. And then never showed on camera. I have no idea how to use the mace. But I got it. And I'm sure at some point I'll try to kill something with it and probably fail. Maybe when I have an ancient city I'll try to kill the warden with it and then fail. Goodbye, fun. You will be missed. Yeah, I sort of figured that was going to happen. But I still did it anyway. This is what I do. Silly ideas and I see them through to the end. Okay. So maybe when I get some like orange tulips, they can go in there as well. Yeah. So the drill is clearly me. You know. This structure was built by the ancients who came before me in this world. And then the giant drill underneath is me because I needed resources. And maybe this copper bit is also me because it was... the original building was degraded, so I had to build extra on it. I don't know. Do you think I am the person that made this whole series? Right, I need to move this little dog. You need to be safe. There we go. Okay, yeah, fire away. This is why we don't do it immediately, because it gives some time to contemplate. Think about what we might want to do. And some time to sleep, because it's always time to sleep, apparently. I'm wondering if I want to switch the orange for red, because then I would have more plant options. But I did have an idea. There was somewhere that I was going to use the flame... I've forgotten what it's called. Torch flower? Is that the right word? Because I think that's like purple and orange, but that doesn't work because I don't have purple and orange together. But that could definitely go in the purple and green part because it's going to have green leaves, right? But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for... that even... is that cyan? I think it might be cyan. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do for orange and cyan. But it's going to have some little nether sprouts in there. Do I not have purple at all then? No, I do have purple. Okay. Yep, I'm just completely forgetting. But yeah, feel free to share what you think I should do with the top of my base. Because I am open to ideas. I could do lava pits. Lava's orange. That seems like a great idea that's not gonna end up in poor little puppies dying or me dying or my whole base burning down. Oops. Okay. Right. I'm gonna have to build this along because there's nothing underneath there for me to attach blocks to. So... right, try and do this without making it a pattern, which is impossible. Put a bit of muddy mangrove in that hole, I think. You there. You're doing mangrove root there. Where have you gone? There you are. Fill that with water. I don't know if I actually have any of the warped sprout things, so I might need to go to the nether and do a bit of farming. Maybe. Build a giant glowing orb floating above your base, then build tubing that makes it look like you're using the magical orb to power your base and farms and drill. That would be amazing. That's, well, okay. That would be amazing. I have a caveat in there, which is I'm planning to turn that central block there, the Scufftuff, into a wind charge launcher. So whatever I build above my base needs to have a hole in it so that I can get out. Which could be doable. I assume you're thinking of something with like some sort of light source in the middle and then glass around it to give like a glowy effect. And then, yeah, tubes coming off it and down. So I think I'd still want to build bulk up here. Yeah, a hole in the orb that isn't, because it won't be noticeable. Like, if the orb's close enough to this, then you won't really be able to see the bottom of it. And with the wind charges, you have to be like lined up perfectly anyway to make sure that you don't hit any blocks above you. So that doesn't matter, like, as long as it's a hole all in a line. Yes, that's definitely not something that I'm going to try and freehand on stream. Because I can confidently say that it would be the worst tragedy that has ever happened live on stream. And not just on my channel. But I do think that's a really good idea. So yeah, I shall do some drawing board ideas with that. I want to put, yeah, let's put another muddy mangrove root in. Oh, apparently I had a lantern up there. I was just going to check my light levels. Do you think I've got enough light in this area of my base? Do you think I've got enough light? Maybe. Oh dear. Okay, so we do one like that, and we do one like that, and then go outside. Let's see if I've got any of the warped sprouty stuff. What chest would that be in? Be in the warp chest. Oh look, I've got warp roots. I don't have any of the really tiny ones though, so I think I'm gonna have to go farm some really tiny ones. Oh, that's orange! Yay! Okay, that's good. To spam some torches, yep. To be safe than sorry. Okay, so I need muddy mangrove roots. On there and on there. And then I want some little twisting vines. Go there, there, and I'll let those grow up a little bit as well. Maybe one more that I'll keep really short. Like that. Yeah, don't look too close or you'll see the string. The smoke and mirrors that makes up my base. And then I do need some more, oh, little mushrooms. I do need some more orange plants here. Another volunteer for the dive in. What? Oh, two? Did you not see what happened to the other guy? Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure the turtle egg is worth it? Whee! Anyway. Endless entertainment. Watching piglins fly to their death. Okay, can't plant it on that. And I need to get some more candles, of course. He doesn't need candles for their base build. So yeah, these are kind of placeholders really, because I want something more orange in there. And then I've got some little sprouts. Which I can, oops, maybe not there. Oh, okay. I think you can actually just punch these. Yeah, because you can make a farm with them. Or for them, rather. Well, you make a farm for these guys, and then you get this stuff as... Oh, okay, can't plant it on there. You get these sprout things as just byproduct. Okay. Because I'm a cruel, cruel person, and I like to mock NPCs and their bad AI. Okay, so I need to make a trip to the Nether. But first, I'm going to have a quick break to grab a drink. And yeah, stuff like that. So I will be right back in a few minutes. I have returned. So I need to remember how to cancel the break. And break. Do not click on the end stream button. That would not be a good idea. Okay, so once again, I'm going to throw this stuff in a random chest where it doesn't belong. All this stuff in a random... Not that, because I'm not using that. Okay, so... Still need my candle making supplies. This is the problem with the iron frames. I'm always turning... Oops, that's not bamboo. I'm always turning stuff upside down when I don't mean to. What other things have I got? Just checking if I've got any appropriate flowers, but I haven't. I will need some cyan dye though, but I'm going to need more than just one bit of cyan dye. Okay, random plants, which aren't in that, maybe in there? Yeah, I think that's where this stuff lives. Maybe put some glue lichen around. Do I have shears in here? No. Do I have shears in here? Yes. Ooh. And a gold helmet is probably going to be quite handy. Okay. We are off to the Nether for a brief trip. We don't care that it's nighttime. Right, are you... Yeah. Just checking. So my twisted vines are, other than that one, just doing their thing. Oh, that's cool. Okay, here's a question for you. What colour is my giant glowing orb? I naturally lean towards blue or cyan, and that's quite like, blue tends to be how electricity is represented if it gets colour. Well, I guess, and yellow as well, but kind of like white and blue tends to be how it goes. Right, I do have a exit. This is a mess. This is a mess that needs fixing at some point, but not today. Oh, and that's a skeleton. He needs fixing today. Get out of here. Oops. Oh, there's so many skeletons. I guess it's because I'm not spawning here, which presumably blocks their spawns. Because I'm spawning it up on the roof, so they've got time to spawn while I'm climbing down the scaffolding. Right, you can die. Use my amazing little path. I've got the hoglin. Right. Hide down a hole from them. So I'm heading to, obviously, the warped forest, because that's where I find the blue stuff that I want. Don't fall in the hole. Oh, hello. I'm just gonna run because I don't really need to kill a load of pigs. That's not on the agenda for the day. We are going down here and we're looking for those little guys. And we're eating something. Apparently I'm really hungry. Okay. Right. Actually, I don't know if I need shears. I do need shears. Okay. That answers that question. We learn things. We do science and we learn things. So yeah, the cyan and purple one is basically going to be a mix of all this sort of foliage and the amethyst clusters. Don't know how many of these sprouts I want, but I guess while I'm here I might as well just farm a whole load of them. Yeah, I don't want to make the ground this colour. It's a nice colour, but I think wouldn't go well with the mud. They're just having a little party over there. I'm going to get some more mushrooms while I'm here. I wonder if those would fit on the orange side. I might try a couple just to see. This sort of ground stuff is definitely way too dark though for the vibe that I'm going for. Okay, now we work our way back with another portal and hope that I don't get any ghasts on the way. Or any pigs that are really angry with me. Oh, that's a lot of big pigs. Fine. Apparently they didn't see me. I didn't even hear a noise from them. They doing a good job at sneaking by. So this is a travesty. Oh dear. Yeah. One day, I always say that. One day it'll be fixed and it'll look great. Got too many plans, that's my problem. And not enough ability to put them into action. But we try and we learn. And that's the point. And we have fun while we're doing it. Hello. Little spoiler in a boat. Okay. Still nighttime. Sleep the night away. If I ever manage to get like a skeleton skull, I might have to put it on top of the wheat farm. Because that note block is quite annoying. Okay, what do we think about the crimson? Okay, I can't plant anything on that. Still can't plant it. Maybe? Maybe? Because it's got the orange for the dots. So it potentially works. Well, I think a rattling of bones would be better than a thump thump, which is what it's doing at the minute. I need to grab all my stuff again. Right. Why are you overflowing? I don't want you overflowing. I'm assuming that's... yeah, that's always going to do it. Yeah, I think it's like position in the world. This side definitely needs some more orange to balance it. I haven't... blah, blah, blah. Haven't put any candles in yet. So before I go too overboard with these little sprout things, let's make some more candles up. Means I need some more dye. I need a dye farm. That's my list of things that I will get around to building definitely at some point soon. Okay, I've run out of crimson fungus as well. Good. I've nearly run out of the roots too. Okay, I've gone way overboard with those on the current section that I'm working on then. Because I should have a reasonable amount of this sort of stuff. Okay, so this side is still orange. We are doing orange and cyan. Yeah, I don't need that many, but I might as well just grab some. And then some dye for making candles. We might end up hunting flowers at this rate. It'll be exciting, me jumping around my world looking for flowers to punch. And then more orange. Yeah, so I can use that. A couple more of them. Yeah, that'll be 10. That's plenty. Yes, I can count. Well done me. Okay, so now I need to dig out my supplies, which weren't in that chest, damn it. They're in this chest. Oh, that's where all my warped roots went as well. Cool. I'm not missing those. Muddy mangrove, and I've run out of inventory space. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Lime could work. Maybe mixed in with a bit of the cyan as like a highlight colour. Yes, I do have an awful lot of lime glass because I was thinking of using it for the transport system and then I changed my mind. That's not where bones live. Bones live in there. I could also put my hat back on and free up an inventory slot that way. And I've already forgotten what I was trying to pick up. Something in here? Yes, something in here. Okay, right, back outside. Checking what time of day it is. All good. Do I want to make that many candles? Sure, I've got loads of string. I've got loads of, what do you call it? Honeycomb. I can make as much of these things as I like. Okay, so I am actually going to punch that one out. Put it in here. And then some candles going. I don't know if it would... No. Let's stick to one candle on top of the glass. Oh, cyan light blue. Cyan... Ooh, yeah. Lime stained glass panes used for texturing and detail. I do like that idea. This is definitely something that I'm gonna try making in creative. Maybe I will even learn how to use either World Edit or Axiom, because that should help me like make the shapes and change out materials quickly. The only issue is, yeah, like I've never used them before, so I don't actually know how they work. But presumably there's a guide somewhere online, and it's not like I'm, you know, I might act occasionally like I'm stupid, but I don't think I'm actually stupid. I am capable of learning. Right, let's do a chunk of candles back there. I'm not stupid as those guys. And let's do some candles here. And here. With all the candles, it kind of looks like some weird ritual. Not gonna lie. I don't know what the ritual is. I also wish you could mix candle colours. That would be so much fun. It's so good if you could, yeah, have a stack of mixed candles. Like it records what position you place them in. They could make it work if they wanted to. Okay. Right, did I put string on top? No. I think that's reached a good height, but I used all my string making candles, so I need to go and grab some more. That is definitely looking very sparse compared to the other areas. Oh, there is the resin though. At some point I'll have access to resin. So I could chuck a bit of that on the floor on the orange side. One day. That could work. Right, string. String is in the mob drops chest, oddly enough. Maybe this is coming from... The weird thumping is coming from that. In which case I could mute it. Because yeah, this thing over here shouldn't be thumping. I'm going to check it and see if it broke like it did before. No, that's still working. Yeah. It's a shame that the Pale Oak Forest you found didn't have anything. Or didn't have resin in it. The heart. I mean, you know what I mean. That's quite unlucky. But there will be other Pale Oak Forests. We found like a Dark Oak Forest somewhere. Was that on the way to the witch farm? I feel like on the way to the swamp, we found a load of dark oak and we're like, oh, there's probably pale oak near there. We'll go and explore at some point, and then we didn't go and explore. So I think that is a job for the to-do list. If we can remember where the swamp is. Did you... Actually, you did find the coordinates again, didn't you? I seem to remember. Okay, and on this side, oddly enough, we're going to have cyan and purple. So it's going to be a mix of little amethyst clusters. I'm not sure about that green glass. I might have to switch out for purple glass when I make some, grab some. Yeah, and all of this twisty, sprouty nether stuff. Right. The eternal question, what am I doing? I need to make some more muddy mangrove fruit. Oh no, I don't. I've got two. Yeah, let's make another one, treat ourselves. All out. Right, night's falling again, as it always does. Okay, I need... Put some muddy mangrove roots there, so I need a space underneath those. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. I mean, there will be another on the server. You know, it's not like... Oh, I was going to stick something there. It's not like my world, which is unusually small. So yeah, there's got to be another Pale Oak Forest. It's just a matter of finding it and then hoping that it's got the right... yeah, the hearts in it. Or it's big enough to have the hearts in it. I'm thinking about these, got me distracted as well. I'm thinking about these beams. Like for the power, and I'm wondering... Throw that on the ground and hope it don't despawn. Actually, I could just get rid of some of these flowers because I don't need those. And I don't need those wheat seeds either. I can get rid of those too. I should just do this in creative. But I was wondering if you could do like end rods with... Oh no, that's not going to work because they don't go horizontal. Darn it. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering if you could surround end rods with glass panes, but I forgot about how they actually connect to stuff. Ignore me. I had a silly idea. Okay. Which also is not unusual. Right, I can get rid of that stuff. Don't need random dirt blocks on the ceiling anymore. And before I forget, I'm going to have a look and see if I've got a note block hiding. Not that I can't see it anymore, but do I have a note block hiding somewhere in here? Oops. I just killed something in my base. Biome, big enough to generate. Yeah. Also, we don't have any seed maps, so it's not like we can just look it up. There are people who can just like look at an arrangement of rocks and find out what seed you're on, but I am not one of those people. Okay, I do have scaffolding. I can probably put these end rods away. I think end rods will definitely have some sort of role in this energy orb thing. Right. Do I... Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was... Oh, that's fine. What was sat on there was a bit of glass, so that's all good. Okay, I'm pretty sure I do have a note block hiding in here somewhere. But also don't know if I can get to it without destroying half my base. Did you notice my aquarium that I have actually finished building the foundation of? Right. Maybe we'll have to see if we can get her on there again. Hopefully she'll log in soon and give us the seeds. Okay, my inventory is always full, constantly full, forever full. Don't need these end rods. You can go back in the box. And I probably don't need this honeycomb anymore because I have 35 candles and that's more candles than I need. Okay, right. Okay, well that's not going to be the note block, is it? Because that's got an observer on it. Yeah, I don't even know if I have a note block here, but something is making a noise and it's bugging me. Okay, I think it might just be... It might be the wheat farm. Because it happens when I go outside. And it's not happening there. Okay. Just on a wild goose chase for phantom noises. Okay, I do have 2 of those, that's good. And then... That's concerning. Why do I have an extra grey concrete? Okay. Oh, from over there. It's all good. I'm not going mad. Well, not any more than usual. Yep, there we go. Right. At some point in time. That's when the tank's going to be finished. I mean, part of the issue is I found that coral reef, but it's not meant to be there. But I guess I've got enough coral to build something out. So I need to fill this with water, and then I need to put the coral in. I am planning to cover this wool up with some sort of seabed type stuff. And then I need to, fill it with water. Obviously cover this up with glass. And I need to put the coral in there, put some sea pickles on the floor and some stuff. And then what I want to do is get a couple of glow squid in here because they look really cool. And they can just like... Oh, goodbye, dirt. Yeah, they can just chill in there and then I will get them some tropical fish friends too. So basically, when I get around to it. Elytras with holes? I didn't know that. I know they get tatty if you don't repair them. But actually, what can you do with the holes? Or what do the holes do, even? Can you put a spear through it? Spear through the elytra hole. Do they make a funny noise when you're, flying along? Because the wind's whistling through them. Should I stop coming up with silly ideas? Probably should stop coming up with silly ideas. Right. Oops. No, not there. That's not where I wanted you. So yeah, if the water change is a version thing rather than a bedrock thing, then I'm going to be very sad because it's going to flood my base when I upgrade. But what I probably do is whenever I do upgrade, I will like test it on a copy of the world before I dive straight in. That seems like a sensible idea, and occasionally I do follow those. Maybe not as often as I should, but occasionally. Right, another muddy mangrove root because I can. And also with the aquarium, we're going to ignore the fact that that space would be way too small for 2 glow squid to live in. It's a fictional world and animal cruelty is not a thing. This is why we can also put villagers in tiny little holes and they're quite happy. New copper cape. I don't know anything about the capes. Ooh, copper grate elytra texture. That sounds good. I might see. I don't normally bother with the capes. I do. I don't know if I'm wearing one. No, I'm not. Well, I'm not wearing an elytra. Um. Hello. I was wearing the creeper cape at one point. I think I might have taken it off because it clashes with my skin. Which is kind of a silly reason for taking it off. But that's all I got. That's all I got for you. And then, yeah, I don't really bother with a lot of the capes. But I might try and get the copper one. Do you know how you get it? Right, I need to make some purple dye, which means I do need to go out and get some more cornflowers. Because I don't have any. I think if I break this, then that should stay up there. Yeah. Magical candles. I was also curious if a 2-high one of these would... Not like that. Definitely not like that. If a 2-high one of these would work. But I don't have a candle to put on the top. So I guess I will find out later on that front. Okay, I am going to sleep and then I'm going to go and look for some cornflowers. You can easily claim it on bedrock. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty doable. Copper golem statue. Okay, so that's like the fully oxidized little copper golem, right? I recently learned that you can put flowers in their heads, and that sounds adorable. Okay, so I lit you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we hunt for cornflowers. And the problem is I've hunted for a lot of cornflowers, so they're kind of rare. But I need blue dye. Oh, actually, I've just got lapis. And I have plenty of lapis these days, so I don't need to ration that, and it's much easier than going and picking flowers. You can once again admire my ore collection. Maybe if I have time at the end of the stream, I'll mine some of that stuff. Do some diamond mining. See what I get. Okay, so... yeah, I don't want to make that many purple candles. But I'm thinking maybe I'll just make another cyan one. So I might not need all of this dye. Okay. More cyan and then red. Yep. Purple. Yep. We know how colours work. Okay. These are never going to be in the proper rotation. Sometimes I'll swing them back round again. Although I don't even know which way up that one's meant to be. I guess I can check in here. Okay, that way. Yeah. Some of them might just get left in the wrong direction. I think it depends on how noticeable it is. How much it will bother me. Okay. Actually, I can get rid of that, and I can also get rid of all of these mud bricks from my inventory. Because I am done with that part of the farm building. Farm? It's not a farm. Not everything that I build is a farm. Okay. I can try and verify that you're not going crazy. hopefully. Right. Candles can live in here for the moment. More spoilers. Avert your eyes. Remember the gravity? Yes. Do you mean like as a thing in general, or the one that we found when we were adventuring? That was endless. Oh, I didn't grab any amethyst stuff. I should have grabbed some amethyst. Can I put that on top? Yes. Look at that. My amazing jumping skills. Okay, I think once these have grown up, so that they can balance. Actually, I might. Can I just punch that? No. Oh, I broke it. Yeah, I might just put that one right next to it, because then that will help balance out. That's cool. We went past it in the boat on the way somewhere. Isn't that how we found it? Maybe we're thinking of different things. I'm thinking of the thing out in the ocean when we were heading whatever direction we were heading, looking for a pale forest. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do 2 of those. So I can put my glass away now. And I can put these things away. Twisting vines, that's what they're called. I think. And I was gonna get amethyst and hope that I did leave my spool. That's looking a little thin on the ground, actually. I'll see how it goes. I might need another trip to the amethyst geode. Yeah, there's a definite thump, 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 thump. And I don't think... What even is... Okay. Yeah, because that's a chime. And then we're getting a thump thump over here. That like... Pop pop. What's doing that? There's got to be a note block. I might have to go in spectator mode on a copy and find out what is causing that. It's bugging me. Okay, anyway. Enough of distractions. Yeah, definitely need something more on this side. Although, yeah. So here I would like to have some of the pitcher plants as well. But of course, first I need to find a snifferag. And I didn't have any luck with that. Maybe that could be another stream idea. Because I found a lot of ruins when I was looking for allays and a desert. Or a desert. I think I was looking for the desert and then I stumbled upon allays. But I did find a lot of ocean ruins, so maybe one stream I'll just write down all those coordinates and go out boating with a little brush and brush some gravel. That'll be exciting, won't it? Oh. Was it a fresh world as well? Because otherwise, like, it could have been pre-loaded, but I guess if it's the first time that you found it, then it wouldn't have been loaded anyway. If I'm making any sense. Okay. We'll go sparingly on the huge geodes. And then we can mix in some of the warped roots as well. Yeah. That. And then got my candles. Mustn't forget my candles. I can do some sort of medium size geodes. And then some candles. I do seem to gravitate towards the collections of 3. Although that is some sort of like design thing. Like, if you've got 3 decorations of, or if you're putting out decorations, it's visually appealing to cluster them in groups of 3 for some weird human brain reason. You find that like looks nice. One on its own there. That might be too many candles close together. Let's pop that one in there. Okay. So now got one of the medium and one of the really tiny ones. Or 2 of the really tiny ones, in fact. So I can... Yeah, I don't want too many diagonals. Let's stick you there. And then we can just litter some sprouts around too. Not sure about it encroaching onto the deep slate stairs, but it'll do what it wants to do, I guess. I wonder what it would look like if I did just literally spam it on every available space. That might be a little too much. I'll admit that. Yeah, we need to prune some of this back. And then you out. You out. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to remember that I'm putting torch flowers in there as well. So I will have some more medium height stuff going on. These little vines are going to grow up at some point. Yeah. Okay, so I've done something at the bottom. Which I like. This obviously still needs some work. If I can't make the orange work, then I might just switch it out for a different colour entirely. Bad haircut. I think when you've got some distance and they're blending into everything else, it'll be alright. What stuff? And I do need the string for later, actually, so I'll keep that on me and try and keep an eye on the vines as they grow. Okay, so... Yeah, let's put some nearly broken stuff back in the chests, why not? Yeah, that's weird. Maybe they put it back? Maybe Herobrine put it back. We'll never know. Because yeah, I can't recall ever coming across one of those in my world. So next up is whatever I'm doing upstairs. Which I'm thinking might involve copper grates. But it might not. I'm going to take a variety of options upstairs with me. And then try them out. So I would have... Oh my god. Have I only got 10 Warped wood. I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't know where all of that went. Nope. Can't think. So yeah, I'm gonna make some warp trapdoors. Apparently not that many unless I want to go farming warped wood today. Which I don't for just like trying stuff out. Okay, so I'm gonna take some warped wood. Going to take some oxidized copper grates. Hopefully I can turn those also into oxidized copper grates. Yes. That's what. Oh, apparently that was already a wax block. I didn't notice that. I was just wondering why I didn't want to stack. And then I have my oxidized copper trapdoors. And then I'm going to take some tough blocks. I'm just going to go with polished tough. And then I'm going to go up to the roof and we can have a little comparison. Maybe about there was some way in Minecraft to just try out everything you want to try without needing the materials. But no, it's a mystery. Okay, so some grates there. You can have some box trapdoors side. Also, this could be tough or it could be some sort of light block, depending on how I'm feeling. But I want to, I mean, it's already quite light with that portal down there, so, and like the soul fires. So maybe it doesn't need anything extra? And then I was thinking maybe some walls here. So like block there and then a wall coming off it and going round. Or maybe glass? Don't know. Okay, anyway. Let's jump down here and take a look. Okay. You're in the way. The transport system is in the way. So that would... I'm thinking it would have a line of more tough over the top. But I'm liking the copper trapdoors. Let's get rid of the scaffolding so that the grates have a fair chance. And not okay. I'm liking the trapdoors more than the grates. Another look at. I mean, it'll have like a roof on it, so you won't just see the blue sky. But maybe I need to do the roof. Maybe I need to do the roof for a proper comparison. You actually get up the scaffolding, please. Also, the benefit of the trapdoors is it does give a little bit more text or depth to it, rather. Right. I've run out of those blocks, but we get the idea. Yeah, it's just too flat, isn't it? Whereas the trapdoors, they just like nicely peek out. And also, I think with the trapdoors, I wouldn't necessarily need that layer of blocks directly above it. It could be like one step back if I wanted to. And then this side is not falling in the void. I like the warp trapdoors too. I'm a fan of those. I don't know which I'm more a fan of. Can we get a place where I can see both of them? Not at this level, is my answer there. Okay, I'm going to go and remove the grates and also remove the blocks above because I don't think they're needed, the trapdoors. Oops, I was just about to walk off there. And yeah, I could change these blocks for light blocks, but I think with the portal, and if I'm doing the glowy orb above, that would be a bit too much. Okay, so I'm gonna try a row back like this. I'd really like is a block on the end here. That did look a bit weird before. Right, let's... Ouch. Jump down. Into scaffolding. I think I can build up off of this copper stuff, maybe? No. No, I can't. It has made us slightly taller, though. I guess what I could do is put something there and then build off of that, so that we can look at both of the trapdoor options at once. Okay, I'm liking the copper more. I think because it is, you know, a bit brighter. It just pops a bit more. Yeah. And also, like, the regular shape as well. I like, as opposed to the wavy line. Like, I do like warp trapdoors. They're very nice. But I think for this specific purpose, we shall go for copper trapdoors. Maybe with a stair above. So you, like, there's still enough gap to see it properly, but it has some sort of overhang over it. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I need to get up there. The question is... Oh, okay. My question was, what time is it? And it is 1 minute to end of stream time. So, yeah. I was gonna say, shall I go and grab some trapdoors from the trial chambers? But considering stream time is over, I do not have time to go and do that. Right. I need to farm some more tuff because I don't think I've got enough to finish this base, and I want to use it in other projects as well. I think we've done good work. It's not quite finished. Don't fall in the sheep hole. But we have ideas, and I do like ideas. So yeah, I'm gonna... These little corners will be built out a bit more, but I might do it... Yeah, I might see how it looks with a wall instead of, like, building it out with blocks. And then, yeah, build enough at the top that I can put some wires going in from the eventual orb of power. Yeah, I think we've done good work here. I need to not let these vines get out of control. But maybe we'll let it have one more grow. Okay. Yeah, that is sadly all that we have time for today. So I'm going to, if I remember how, stick my little outro screen on and just say thanks for watching, and yeah, thanks for your input as well, because it's nice to have someone to bounce ideas off of, and you are a good builder, so you have a good eye for these things. Wednesday I will be streaming something, but I'm not sure what that's going to be. I'm leaning towards doing some mini games on the Hermitcraft server because that's been released now. So I just need to download it and check that it's working. And the alternative would be I'm trying to clarify. The alternative would be Dyson Sphere program, but that's going to be like an ongoing thing. So in a way, it doesn't really matter when I start that because I'll probably just play it every week on the Wednesday. So yeah, I might do Hermitcraft instead whilst it's just new and shiny, and I haven't played it yet, and I want to. So yeah, I think Wednesday we'll do some Hermitcraft mini games, and then next Monday we'll be back to finishing off the base. So yeah, thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye!